Starting a software as a service project can be dangerous, and so is sailing. It can be dangerous, but it is easy to prevent the biggest mistakes. So watch this and go for it. As you might know, I love metaphors, and comparing the journey of starting a new software as a service project, or generally speaking, a new software development project with a sailing trip is, in my experience, spot on. You don't do sailing, that's the point. As someone who has no or little experience with sailing, how would you do a sailing trip across the Atlantic Ocean? How would you approach it? Would you buy food and water for, let's say, $300 because you think that should be enough based on, I don't know, rolling the dice? Then charter a sailing boat and tell everybody you'll arrive exactly at Friday in 2 weeks at 9:36 a.m. and then head to the horizon? I bet you won't. Why? Because it is dangerous that way. We assumed you have no or very little experience in sailing, especially across the Atlantic. If the wind is good, fine, but if the wind isn't good, you need longer and you might run out of food and water. You might need to change the course and improvise because bad weather is ahead. Something on the boat can break and you don't know how to fix it. You might need to go by motor, but you forgot about the fuel. You might crash on an island because you can't read the map. You can get lost because you can't read a compass. Well, a lot can go sideways on such a trip. So I guess we can agree that this approach is not the best idea. What would be a more safer approach to sailing across the Atlantic Ocean? First, we could talk to someone who is an experienced skipper and has already done the trip several times. We would ask them how much food and water we should buy. Ideally, we ask her if she can help us preparing the trip, and in best case, if she will be the skipper on our trip. It sounds pretty straightforward, right? And it also feels much safer compared to the naive approach. Still, a lot of unexpected can happen, but someone experienced in such situations can deal with them easily. Sure, there are some exceptions of inexperienced sailors who are lucky enough to reach the coast safely, but I wouldn't rely on that lucky chance. That's why I like metaphors. In the world of software development, we unfortunately see the first approach happen a lot and fail most of the time catastrophically. People with no or very little experience in software development and managing software development projects are setting hard deadlines and budgets without talking to actual software developers or tech leads or tech consultants with experience in that endeavor. What usually happens then, you may have already guessed it. The deadlines cannot be met, the budget is exceeded, the system is unreliable or broken. And what are the consequences then? In the best case, the management or investors are upset, but can provide additional funds and hire someone with experience. In the worst case, the project is doomed to fail. The money is wasted and jobs are lost. I'm the last one who wants to discourage you, but plan the project properly. Talk or hire someone who has experience in doing software as a service projects before you commit to deadlines with investors, the management, or public funds. Be aware that there isn't always sailing weather and you definitely need to change your course on the way. Calculate with such unplanned events. If you need someone to make your trip to your successful software as a service product a smooth ride, get in touch with us. We're also writing about software as a service development on our blog and mailing list. Sign up if you're interested or have a look at our website. Happy sailing and coding!